in their own schools and moving forward into adulthood. So with that, I'm going to hand it over to Kelsey.
Hi, I'm Kelsey Stupfeld. Originally from Trainer. I live just outside of Trainer now. I do work for TSA. I am the Client Experience Officer and the Community Investment Director. So those are both kind of mouthfuls of roles that I do. But basically for the client experience side, I'm managing all of our touch points. Whether you're coming to a bank or you go to an event or you're checking us out online, we're wanting to make sure that we are giving an awesome experience with any touches with the bank. And on the flip side is the community investment, which is really basically a fancy word for donations and ways that we like to give back to the community. I really like the place that I work because it's very, it's core to like my own personal values. So a couple of things that the bank does is we give back 10% of our pre-tax dollars each year back to the community. And one of the things we give to is this program. Because our CEO, Josh Utah, was very involved with this, and he felt like it really was a pivotal moment in his life, and so, and I've also been personally impacted too going through the program. So we also have a financial literacy program that I'm involved with, and so you might see TS Institute, or you might have some student banks in some of the local schools that you're in, and so that's something that we feel very proud about too. We want to make sure that it's not just an econ class that you're taking and checking off a box, but it might be a second grade art class and we're drawing a savings plan, or eighth grade English class and we're writing about mortgage rates. So it's more than just taking an econ class as a freshman or a junior and really weaving that into our everyday life. Some things that I've done in the community, I'm on the Birthright Board, which is a pro-life organization here in the community. So that's something I'm pretty passionate about. I'm also involved in my church with some worship leadership areas, and also done a little bit on the 4-H side too, serving as judge, things like that for the presentations. So it's really great to see the room today full of folks. And I would say on the leadership side, a piece of advice, or is that the question? A piece of
what do you think leadership is?
I would say leadership is just really your actions that you do every day. It's not a title that you hold. You don't have to be class Victorian or class president. It's making those little differences and being that one person in whether it's your friend's life or maybe it's not your friend's life, someone you don't necessarily know, but it's just doing those selfless acts every day. It really shows leadership more than just holding a title. So I think that's fine for that.
Like I said, I used to teach in Counts Plus for 15 years, had special ed students and then English language learners. So students, I miss you guys a ton because I don't get to work with you anymore. Now I work with the teachers and the association and help advocate for the teachers so that they can advocate for you guys. Leadership roles, we just moved from the Underwood area, so I don't hold too many right now, but I try to get into schools and volunteer. I've helped on the Leukemia Lymphoma Society of Omaha. And then when I was in the teacher's role in Counts Plus, I was on the Air Association board, was president, treasurer, and just worked with, for those Counts Plus students, Dr. Bruckner very well, and we advocated for things that we thought you guys needed. So that was a great experience. Leadership. What I think leadership does is everybody has their own part. You can be that little voice in the back of the group, kind of pushing things. So everybody has a role in leadership. There's not one certain person that's going to go out and do everything. You need a team. And that's what, when the Leadership Academy happened many years ago for me, much longer than you ladies, that's what we learned. We learned how to work as a team and get together and have everybody's voice be heard, because it's not that one person going out and speaking. You need that team backing you to help you.
I want to talk a little bit about the skills. Okay, that's the most important part. What skills did you learn at Leadership Academy that you can carry on into your working life? So, skills like teamwork, skills like communication, skills like confidence, skills like accountability and respect. All those things you're going to use, believe it or not, in high school, in college, on your sports teams, on projects where you're working other people, and you're going to do it in your work life as well. And what I mean by that is Union Pacific is a very diverse company. We have 45,000 employees. We recruit all across the country. So you're going to have people that you work with that have different ideas, different opinions, and you need to be open and receptive to all of those ideas and all those opinions. So by doing that, you're going to be basically building a good, solid team foundation. Communication is important. Be respectful to their ideas. Be respectful to what they have to say. Most ideas come from when everybody puts all their ideas onto the table. And I think that happens a lot at Leadership Academy. You are with kids from other schools that you don't know. Everybody has a different idea. Well, guess what? Everybody throws their idea onto the table. Everybody throws their idea onto the piece of paper. And then as a group, you come up with the best solution. So a real-life example of that is I'm doing that right now at my job. Okay, I'm working with another department on how can we bring more volume to the railroad? How can we get more product, more freight on the railroad? So we're working with a different team. And everybody has to come together for the benefit of the railroad to be able to bring more products to the railroad so that we're successful. Like I talked about, working together as a team, communication, accountability. Okay, I think a lot of those things for you guys right now. Let me see you raise your hands. Who's on a sports team? Who's in sports? Okay, so pretty much everybody. If you're not in sports, are you doing drama or theater? Okay, raise your hand. Okay. So teamwork isn't limited just to sports, right? Teamwork's not limited just to sports. If you're in drama or you're in plays, maybe you're the guy that has to run props in and off the stage, or you're the guy controlling the lights, or you're the person that's controlling the curtains. Okay, if you're half a second late, okay, then the play doesn't go very well, right? It doesn't look very good. So everybody has to do their part as well. And that continues on throughout the rest of your life. So with that, real life example, when you're interviewing, okay, when you're interviewing for jobs, they ask you questions about, tell me about a time when you had to overcome a difficult challenge. Okay, and tell me what the outcome was. Tell me about a time you worked well with another department or with another group, and what was the outcome? Was it successful, or did the project die? So you're going to get those things, so it's critical that you begin to learn and understand and develop and hone those skills that you learned at the Leadership Academy. And another thing that I would talk about is networking. Okay, it probably has a different meaning with you guys now, but networking is important. You may not think about it, but get out and meet as many people as you can, and be involved in as many activities as you can, and really grow your network. And make sure every interaction counts. Okay, you guys, I think, are looked at from your schools as leaders, which is why you're involved in the Leadership Academy. Okay, they think that you guys have something. You're positive role models to your classmates. Walking down the hallways, they want you guys to be the ones to, step in front and stop bullying. Don't be afraid to do that. Challenge the status quo. And what I mean by that is, don't just go along with the group because you want to go along with the group. Okay, if you don't think that it's the right decision, speak up. So I don't think that's right, guys. I don't think that's the right thing we should be doing. And if they want to continue to go forward with that bad idea, remove yourself from the situation. Okay, I think that's super important. Okay, for me personally, yeah, I had some friends that they decided to drink in high school, they decided to smoke in high school. I didn't go along with it. To me, being involved in high school activities was much more important. That was a decision that I made, and I think it's a decision that your schools want you guys to follow and do the exact same things. Remove yourselves from bad situations. Keep your networks positive. Align yourselves with the right people. Because that transitions into high school, that transitions into college, that transitions into your work life. And you guys will be successful. So I guess what I would close with Just a few thoughts, like I spoke about, is leadership teaches you those skills. They make you aware of those skills. They tell you that you guys are leaders. You have a lot of good qualities, a lot of good characteristics, a lot of good traits to be successful in the classroom, outside the classroom, you know, when you're involved in sports, when you're involved in activities, when you're at your job. Okay, I didn't really talk a lot about accountability, but who's responsible if you guys have jobs to get into your job on time? You guys are. How many of you guys set an alarm clock to get up for school? Or do you have to rely on your mom and dad to do it? Okay, set your alarm, be accountable, be responsible. Okay? You guys have practices, and you guys have games, and you guys have, you have jobs. Okay? If you're working at Hy-Vee, you're stacking groceries. Okay? Maybe you have to rely on your parents to drive you there. Okay? But it's your job to be ready to go so that you're not late to that job. Okay, be dressed, be ready to go. Have all of your stuff ready. Have your gear for practice. Have your gear for games. Okay? Again, responsibility and accountability, they go hand in hand.